Hey there, I'm JB and welcome back at Oddville City Skylines 2. In the last episode at the beginning, I was kinda making a sarcastic joke saying, look at this beautiful town center. And looking at things afterwards, yeah, it is definitely not beautiful at all. Also, another problem I'm having is that I got a lot of green stuff and I have not been placing things efficiently. Also, basically, this game came out, I didn't really know how the road tool was working, and I kind of messed up a lot of stuff. So what I would like to start off this episode with is beautifying this area and take care that things look correct. Also, I'm going to keep in mind, if I'm going to replace and relay down the whole road network, that I will get some extra spacing. Or with other words, I'm going to need to balance out what I got right now versus what I will have left over. So the demand is not going to go too crazy. So if we're just gonna look at it, you know, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, etc. Also a couple of these buildings. So I'm going to really try to do my best on this. And another thing here is that it's probably going to be a lot of messing around. Just gonna delete that little bus stop also down there. And you know, I just would like to show you something which some of you might know that I got a lot of problems with road placement in this game. Absolutely horrible. Which I'm referring to the problem that is that if I would do this and just place this road, for an example, right out here for now. Because I'm gonna build like a roundabout in the middle. I'm just kinda need like a X. So if we would do this, you can see that things are still messed up. Like there's like a gap down here for whatever reason that will be. And so many minutes later, a little bit of headache. Yeah, I finally got it done. You might not see it in once, but if I would press this button down here, you can see it is perfect how it's supposed to be. And I'm telling you guys this, if you're ever going to buy this game, if you haven't already, you're going to start a new map, make sure that you got this done the correct way right away. Oh, my throat went a bit broken down there. Anyways, it's not completely the same, which I'm not talking about the layout itself, but I'm talking about the outer ring. This was so screwed up that I had to remove this whole ring right around here, including this one and that one. The only way how to really tell is by looking at this. You can see I moved the road up for a bit. I connected up the land. The thing is, or I had to go too far or pull it in for a bit in order to have everything perfectly connected up. This down here, yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm at least happy that this stuff will now be more perfect than ever. I also had to do the same with this, reconnect things up. I had to make this wall a little bit towards this way, and you know, I cannot build out that way. Everything had to be moved up in order to make it perfect, or else it, you know, it's not going to work out. From now on, I am going to, you know, learn to do it the correct way. It really wanted to make me, you know, just not quit the game, but quit this map. I felt like I just want to restart all over again, but you know what? I did it, and let's continue with this stuff. Now, tram and bus-wise, I have it all connected up. So in this case, the tram comes from here, right? And then goes along this guy, and then first moves out. Then, when it comes back, I'm gonna go here, and it goes around this way, basically a little bit the same like I had before. Gonna go this way, that way, then it crosses over this guy, and then comes back in here to this guy, and then moves along to the industrial area. With the buses though, I lost it a little bit, like how the bus goes, but I think by the look of it, it never went into town from this area, right? See, it goes probably up first and then go down first to this little neighborhood and then goes all the way around, whatever, right? So the only point I see that the bus comes into the city center is from this area. So I just took care that from this point it first went, well, I wanted to say You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... this might be the problem here. I gotta place a bus stop down here. Then I'm just gonna take this connection and place it here. I was like, I'm missing something. So from here on, it's gonna go to this guy, go around to that guy, then goes to here, then goes inwards to that guy, and then it leaves out to the industrial area. And from this point of on, things should be fine. Perfect. So let's place back the fire station. And yeah, the fire station has an incredible reach from this area. So I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to give it its own spot right down here. This is the fire station spot. Yeah, I know I've been saying I want to, you know, make use of all of the area, all the bits and pieces. But I think this guy deserves his own spot right down here. I'm just going to, you know, make it look nice with a couple of these guys. And then probably end up adding some vegetation. And it is still a thing for me trying to figure out which one do I need to turn on and off. Because this guy apparently is to, you know, you just seen like if I turn this on, it sometimes is going to end up snapping, not in the middle. In this case, for whatever reason it does. You know what? It makes sense. I'm thinking of it. It makes sense. It is saying... snap to the sides of the building. So yeah, that makes sense that if I would start out here, it snaps to the building. But then again, if I'm trying to figure out the middle, like move it up, it doesn't want to, because over here there is no building. So I'm not really understanding this, but you know, it makes sense. Snap to the side of the building. There we go. Now another thing that I need to figure out, right, when we turn all of this stuff on, it's like when you get the lesser wider one, and for example you have this very wide one, it's trying to figure out the middle one. So you know, it doesn't want to snap to the middle line of this road, and I'm just gonna turn something off. Now this doesn't make any sense because it's not a building. Snap to zoning cell length. Well, in this case this is the zoning cell length. So there are a lot of things you're going to need to keep in mind in order to understand these tools. But at least I know for next time, right? If there is another area, like I've been dumping a lot of stuff down here. If there is something wrong, I'm going to delete everything within the outer ring and then delete the outer ring itself and then redo the outer ring and then connect everything that needs to be to the outer ring. Basically what I've been doing here. This one is last. This one, that one. Alright, now before I start placing buildings back, what I would like to do is just add in some parks and stuff. I would like to give them a little bit of central spots. Now I can. And in this case, I'm going to turn this snapping off. I would like to have like a dog park right down here. Let me just turn it back on. Just because I want to see where's the entrance at. I think I see what makes it the entrance. Because if I place it like this, yep, it is turned around. Let's just... place this down here, and I think this is a fantastic spot for the dog park because, you know, often you see fire rescue type of deal. They're using dogs to, you know, sniff out people underneath crash buildings or, you know, miss and rescue. But we have this spot right down here. It would be lovely. Makes a lot of sense. Now I do wish that I knew what kinds of trees those are. And you know, I guess I should also not forget, like, you don't have to fill in each and every bit with trees everywhere. So leave a little bit of grass, right? This is a spot where dogs also walking. Let's give those dogs some room to run around. Let's just act like there's like a gigantic fence around this area, just to make sure dogs don't just run onto the street. Just like that. Its own little spot. And around here, we're just going to dump some building. Now, another thing that I would like to do, we have a bit of a park down here, right? And by the look of it, I don't have unlocked the big guys just yet. Now, this down here is a campfire site. Doesn't make any sense. So I guess for the middle part, I just want to wait with filling in the blank. And then we're just going to make something nice. What is this? What is that? Oh, that is a park maintenance vehicle. I'm like, why is this? It looks like a pickup truck with a Christmas tree. I'm like, oh, is this an update for Christmas? But it makes sense. I think it's kind of funny how... Oh, well, it kind of is a... Yep, one of these guys. So anyways, let's just add in a couple more parks here and there, and then I'm just going to place some buildings back logically, and then we can see together how this is going to turn out. Alright, and so I would like to show you guys a little bit of progress that I've been making, and or I want to show you something weird, because if I just press and pause for a minute, I all of a sudden unlocked this milestone, which is a very strange thing. And this is something that I started to notice a couple of updates ago. When you start the game up, when you load in your save, the first thing that pops up in your screen is this "Congratulations, you have reached a certain milestone" menu. And before, I just took a little break and the progress bar was like number 7, right? And it was like 90%. I just started up the game and all of a sudden it says "Congratulations with milestone number 8", and it included a lot of progress. So I'm not really sure what is going on with that, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye open for it. So next time when I just start the game back up, I'm just going to record the screen so I can actually show you guys, you know, that is actually happening. Which before I just thought it would just re-show you your milestone even though you already made it. But apparently, yep, there's something more going on. Yeah, which in this case, it is okay. So as you can see, a lot of these spots are now just filled in the way it's supposed to be. And yes, here and there are tiny little spots of greens. But at least these tiny little spots of green are supposed to be like that. Now, of course, there's like a little spot down here. And, you know, sometimes it just happens that one of these spots doesn't completely fill in and you just do that. And also right down here, sometimes I just cannot be bothered to just, you know, do everything perfect to say. Because right down here, this part down here is nothing. That's because this is a 2x3 and this is like a 3x3. So in order to just make this look perfect, I will have to demolish multiply buildings in order to... This is okay. At least this is not happening because the road is being all funky all over the place. And of course you have these tiny little patches, but at least these belong with the building. Alright, so what I've basically been doing here is the idea of higher and lower. So everything up front is like lower commercial buildings. Then everything that is going to be along the main road will be, what is that called? The EU mixed housing, so residential and commercial zone on top of each other. And then to the medium densing housing, basically between the lower and the shopping store. So right down here, everything along this side here is commercial and residential zone, right? And then everything here on the back will be just residential. But now I'm looking at it, there is something that I've been doing wrong. Apparently I've been adding in the wrong buildings right down here. So I'm just going to redo this. It's easy to just make like a silly little mistake, so that should be fine. And I'm just going to quickly demolish this. This should not be here. It's over there. That will be fine. I'll let them just grow, I wanted to say. But first let's delete this and also get it correct. Yeah, this is also another thing. There's certain buildings, there's certain sizes, it's kind of a bit funky. So maybe if I would make it larger, yeah, then it can be completed. And one of this will be funky again. Just build a bigger one, a smaller one, larger one. And you know what? This here is okay. I do not mind that for too much though. Not just plop in like a tree. And you know what? Man, my throat all of a sudden. So how about a larger one here? Yes, you can do that. And then down here, a smaller one and another smaller one. Yeah, so in this case, the middle part here will be nothing. That's okay. Have a tree. People that work here at these buildings can go to the back, have a smoke or whatever maybe. a barbecue party, stuff like that. These buildings will be fine. Down here I have some office zones, and I didn't complete this part just yet because I want to have some more office zones right down in here, like this and like that. And then we just actually, it's the best to wait until there is a lot of demand for it. The low rental stuff is just gonna go right down there. So this stuff will be popped up in this area, that area, this area, and just slowly, you know, fill it in down here away from the city center itself. And of course, without talking too much about this and that, we also have unlocked a new type of zone, which is, I wanted to say that guy, but we didn't. Yes, we did. Wait, this is, oh wait, I need to be careful. Did I just place this guy out here? I think I did, right? So if I would do this one here, yeah, okay, I have to be very careful with that, because these guys are skyscrapers to the max. Like, these guys are absolutely huge, and that is something that I want to build there. I don't want to have any massive dudes over there. The other thing that I would like to do is go to this guy and then have some unlocks. So I would like to unlock this guy and that guy. At least we have sport parks and whatnot. But I also have been talking about this, which unlock all the previews. Didn't I do that just yet? No, I didn't. Huh? Okay. I thought I unlocked the welfare thing before. Apparently not, for whatever reason. Yeah, then we can have a city hall. Or, what would be better, maybe, yeah, the crime rate is crime the crime rate, man, I really need to warm up after a little break. I think this would be better to plop down at the train station part, and this one will come later on. Of course, we got a lot more stuff here and there what we can do eventually. Alright, it seems also like that we have unlocked something here. I'm not really sure what that would be, but it showed like an icon which should show something new. I mean, this guy is not new. This guy is not new. That one, I am not sure what is new. If anyone knows, you can let me know in the comment section. Of course, we have the police headquarters. And we have the welfare office, which we're gonna give a nice spot later on. The thing that I really wanted to do is just fill in a nice little park down here. Meanwhile, I'm going to plop down some more buildings. And so also the colors look a bit more orangey, because apparently it turned spring. And meanwhile I was doing a lot of stuff, I've been thinking that sooner or later we're really going to need to make a new type of collection system. If it's about dead bodies, if it's about garbage, and maybe move up some of the other little centers I got down here for park maintenance, road maintenance. Because if we're going to build out here, they need to drive a very long time before they're reaching it. So, I was thinking, what if, right? What if we would start building a mini collecting industry, if you would like to call it, and then make like a bridge to the other side, so it's more like in the main of this whole show down here. And I have also been wondering, this whole collecting system with the recycle center, it says collect and sort garbage, alright, so it can collect garbage in general to produce reusable materials which are sold further. So I am like, do we still need like garbage? Can we not just use this guy instead of this guy? Is that an option? I mean, I can understand the upkeep is 27,000 a month for the garbage. This one, 144. But I guess two things, it doesn't take up as much space, right? And you sell some stuff. It also has a couple of expansions with hazardous waste and extended storage and whatever not. So I think we need to get rid of this guy too. And we're really going to need to build a collector industry system, right? Also, I have unlocked a building. It's this guy right down here. A luxurious living space atop high-end restaurant made for those who appreciate life for its pleasures. And I think we need to place this guy right out here, right? Maybe Let's see if I can aim something out. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Here's also a very nice spot. Also difficult. Why is nothing aimed out? Oh, look at this. This would be a nice spot, right? Yeah, let's place it out here. I think this is just perfect. Look at this. That's a wonderful building, man. What does it say on top? You're at here. Wow, let's put the building factory on it. Long fencing, which not connects up all the way, but I guess that is fine. So what we just do is just add some big oak trees around. People tiny touchy itchy bitchy privacy, and it's very difficult to see, but once you get in here things light up, whatever reason that is. One here, one there, and then beautiful another one here, and then yeah, this is, oh look at that, something different. Nom soba noodle. Oh, that's very nice. I like that. The last thing that I would like to do is just take a little look at the traffic, because I've noticed a little traffic problem here, there, which I already solved because the traffic length was like very much insane. So what I've been doing, I've been changing the road pieces right down here. We got a 3-laner and then a 1-laner, which is from this guy to that guy, right? And the reason why I did that is because first of all, the traffic was piling up. Second of all, some traffic went this way, which was crossing and then held up the traffic that needed to go straight, and a lot of traffic was going in here, some of the traffic going here, and then certain traffic go that way. It was a mess. So basically making this 1 lane that way, 1 lane that way, and then change this into 3 and this into 1. Now I'm not sure if I need to do that here too, but so far this seems to be fine. The thing that I am going to change right around here is going from traffic lights to do whatever you like to do. Because this is a roundabout, it doesn't make any sense to be too careful. And as you can see, the game is complaining that traffic. So let's just get rid of all of these traffic lights. And yes, the game has a very silly way of doing certain things. I wish the game doesn't do stupid stuff. So yeah, I really hope at some point the traffic manager will be there and tested and also stable. Because right now, using mods is not a good idea. It's not being recommended because it's not stable just yet. And I would just take 1 lane, probably this guy, and force everyone to go into this guy, which will be forced to go straight. So that is at least solving one problem. Then everyone who needs to go there can take this guy. Or what would even be more better, maybe I can already take care of that, is add in the 3-lane idea. That guy. Maybe this will soften the traffic. Oh god, what are you, oh Jesus, what are you guys doing? What is the whole meaning of this? Like, why? Like, if you guys go around, but why? You know what I could also do? Is just completely forbid these guys to go in there. No more going in there, bros. You're just gonna go straight. If you need to be in this street, just use this road, go around. Holy smokes, it's just completely stuck out here. And this tram is just taking its time. But these guys cannot go in here. Maybe these guys should not be allowed in here. Then turn off traffic lights, because these can only go straight, go in here. This one can only go straight and in here. It's going to take a little while for it to take effect. Hereby it's also not impossible to get in this street for these guys. They just have to go all the way out here take this roundabout and then go all the way back. Or, you know, just park your car here if you really need to. Yeah, it seems like the traffic is starting to flow. It is just really mysterious why these guys went all the way around here to get there. So much traffic going on, holy moly. Now, I wouldn't mind traffic if despawning could be turned off, because despawning kind of makes the whole attention to traffic useless, because you're trying to solve it and then stuff is just despawning at some point. Alright, things are fine. We got like a drag race going on with the bus and the tram. Which the ooh, look at the tram just hauling, and then the bus went because the tram needs to stop. Yeah, it seems like it's solved. That is good news. Alright. All freaking righty then. Yeah, I'm just very happy. So in this case, I'm just gonna dump down a couple more houses so I can make like a perfect thumbnail. And then, if you guys would like to name some districts, which this guy, that one, and that one, and that. I don't know what is up with my speaking all of a sudden. I guess I'm just a little tired. They can just let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to take a rest. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. With that, we can just, you know, this until just turn this stuff off. Here, there, and be like, oh, let's have like a little walkabout.